7 days, 7 straight days of wearing these things in my ears. Today we're going to talk about it. These are a hearing aid. If you haven't seen my vlog before, I talked about them in a couple of previous instances. I have what's considered to be a mild to moderate hearing loss. And so I went and got hearing aids. And there's a couple of reasons that I went to seek some help with my hearing, and which resulted in me getting these hearing aids. One is I was having some trouble hearing, not super difficult, but I noticed whenever I'm in a crowded space, I can't hear very well. So the everything just gets drowned out. It becomes a big mumbling mush of sound. And so if somebody's trying to talk to me, or if I am a large space and there's multiple people and we're trying to hold a conversation, but there's all this background noise, it's really difficult for me to hone in on somebody who's actually talking. And I can do it and concentrate and focus, and then I focus, and mentally it becomes exhausting after a while trying to hear in a crowded space. So that was one of the areas that I noticed I was having some difficulty in. The other area is that I've been having is tinnitus or tinnitus, however you say it. Tinnitus, I think, is how, when I ask AI, that's how it pronounces it, but it has been wrong before. But ringing in the ears. So I have ringing in the ears. I've had that for years now. And there's several different reasons why you can have ringing in the ears. It could be anything from high blood pressure to too much caffeine to too much sugar to actual damage to your hearing aid or your eardrum, to loss of some of the hairs and all kinds of. I mean, they went through all kinds of things when I was at the Center for Hearing Excellence, and so I learned a ton. But those are the two reasons why I went and got hearing aids. And with the hearing test that I had, it showed that the hearing loss that I do have is in the high pitch, high tone area, and it would be considered mild to moderate hearing loss. And I just in everyday conversation, everyday life, I do fine. It was just those a couple of spaces that I was really looking for some help. And so they fitted me. I had my hearing test, met with the doctor, got fitted for these hearing aids all in one day, and walked out of there with the hearing aids. And that was a week ago now, today. And I've been playing with them ever since. So, and I'm going to say my expectation of what these could do and what they actually do are really two different things. My expectation was much higher than what I'm actually getting out of these. So, spoiler alert. However, let me talk about some of the really good things, I think, some things that are working well for these so far. So, one of the good things is the design of this, how it fits into your ear, and it uses the little, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a little wire here that kind of holds it in your ear. The way these are designed, they're pretty comfortable. Now, I've been wearing them every single day for 16, 18 hours a day, every single day. And my ears feel a little tired after wearing them all day like that, but they don't hurt. So it's not like if I was wearing in the ear, push in earbud that's stuck in there, that's, that there's some compression or there's some pressure buildup in there. There's none of that from these hearing aids. So the design of these is extremely comfortable. So I've been able to wear them all day long. And that, like I say, there's a little bit of, my ears get, I think the best way to describe it is tired. They get just, I've had them in all day. They're tired. I'm ready to take them out. So the design of this is really, the comfort of this design is really good. The other thing that I would say is they do have an app. It's on my phone, and I've been able to adjust things on my phone. Now, the adjustments that they can do at the actual center was much larger than what I can do just on the app on my phone. They give you just some basic functionality within the app that you can adjust on your phone. Now, one of the things that I tried to do is I did try to take some video of me operating the app on my phone. So I could put that up here now. But when I try to record the screen recording engages the mic, which tells the app that there's something in use for this, the microphone or the speakers of the phone, and it goes into a mode called streaming mode. And so when it goes into streaming mode, you can't actually adjust anything. So everything just kind of, goes blank, and you can't. So I wasn't able to do any screen records. I do have some screenshots of the different areas of the application, which I can put up and kind of scroll through, and you can see as we're going here. The one area that I played with the most, I think, was the tinnitus area of the phone, which it you can adjust each ear individually. And what they do for tinnitus is there isn't a cure for tinnitus. So what they try to do, or tinnitus, what they try to do is they try to mask it. And so they have a masking program that is kind of like a white noise. So you hear a shh kind of sound in your ear, and then they give you the ability to adjust that volume wise. And then you can also have it like pulsate if it's a solid shh, or if you wanted to grow louder and grow softer and grow louder and grow softer, you can adjust those as well. I tried playing with the adjustment of it going loud and soft and loud and soft, and found that really annoying. So I just left that as off. I just had it as constant, and then tried to adjust the volume of it. And every once in a while, I can get it to a point where it's like I've got it tuned to my ears, so I hear just a little bit of the white noise, the shh, and it masks out, or it counteracts the high pitch sound that I normally hear with my tinnitus. So if I can get it in that exact spot, it's fantastic. But it seems that there are days when my tinnitus is louder, and there's days when it's softer, and there's days when it may be a little bit higher pitch or lower pitch, or it just has changed a little bit. And so then I'm constantly playing, trying to mask it. And then if I'm in an area where there's other background noise happening, then it seems to be easy. So it's like the background noise along with the masking program, I can get that worked together, and I can mask it. But as soon as I'm in a quiet spot, then the ringing in my ears is louder than what the program can mask, unless I turn it way up loud. And then even then I'm hearing a loud white noise of shh in my ears along with the tinnitus. And so it's like, is that even worth it? I've been living with the ringing in my ears for years now, so I'm kind of used to that, and I know how to manage it. And when I go to bed, I turn on a fan. I play white noise at night as well to mask it for me for sleeping. So I've already got that down. And you're not supposed to wear these when you're sleeping anyway. So they're really no use to me at night. So I've got plans for that. In the end, I don't know that for the tinnitus that these are worth it. Yeah. And the other thing that I had was when I'm in a crowd and I have difficulty hearing other voices when I'm in a crowd. And that's where the AI really comes in for these. So that's why I'm including them in today, and this would be a use of everyday AI that's just in our lives now. And within the application, I can go into the settings and I can ask it to do its AI automatically. And theirs is called Edge. So I would go into Edge, and it will read the environment, and I'll put a screenshot up here of what that looks like. And then it basically just gives me a setting, and I can save it, and if that's what I want to save it at. And so I've tried to use that in the different modes of that. So there's the automatic mode, and then there's 2 manual modes. And I've tried to use all of those, and I have not found a setting that works great for when I'm in a crowd. The only benefit that I have found so far when I'm in a crowd is if I am facing this way and my wife happens to be sitting next to me, and we're in a very loud environment, and she turns to talk to me. So she's directly talking at my ear. And she says my name. I've been able to hear her name. Now, if I didn't have the hearing aids, then I might have heard it in that instance. I might not have, but I very clearly heard her say my name when we were in that instance. And I turned to talk to her because she said my name. Well, as soon as I turned, the sensitivity of that microphone is now not pointing towards her anymore, right? So my nose is pointing towards her, and the sensitivity of the microphone within the hearing aid is now pointing behind me, and I'm actually amplifying the conversation that's happening behind me into my ears. So then I'm having trouble hearing her anyway. So so that yeah, that wasn't great, or that hasn't been a great experience either. And with the exception of when she first says my name, unless I'm going to put my ear towards her and listen, speak into my ear so I can hear with my hearing aid. Well, that's what I do anyway. It's not solving any problem there that I didn't already have. One extra benefit of these, though, one thing that I didn't anticipate that is nice, although there's plus and minuses with everything, and or there's good and bad, is having these in all the time. They're paired with my phone, right? So I have an iPhone. I have their application on my iPhone, and when I take a phone call or when I pop into a meeting, say like a Teams meeting or something for work on my phone, it automatically pairs to the headphones or the headset or the hearing aids, I should say. I guess the hearing aids. It automatically pairs to the hearing aids, which is fantastic because then, I'm not looking for earbuds or my headset or something to put on. I have these in, they're right there. I don't even have to do anything. It just boom, it's in my ear. Nobody else is hearing the conversation, and I'm in the meeting, and that's fabulous. Or I'm on a call. The drawback of that, there's actually a couple. One is the streaming is what they call it. Their streaming volume of these. And I found this setting in the application where I could turn it all the way up, and I have. The streaming volume of this is not loud enough. And now maybe they could adjust that at the office. I do have an appointment coming up that I'm going to go back and visit with them again. They may be able to adjust that in there, but when I'm on a call and I am in again, a crowded space or somewhere where there's any kind of background noise, that call just is not loud enough. I can't hear what people are saying. I have to take the hearing aid out, switch to the phone mode, and put the speaker of the phone up to my, just like it would take a normal call, so I can hear. If I'm in a quiet setting, it works fine. Same thing for Siri. When I'm talking to Siri and I say, "Hey Siri, set a timer, set an alarm, whatever," Siri responds to me automatically in the hearing aids. But again, Siri is very quiet, and if I'm in a crowded space, I can't hear Siri respond to me over that hearing aid. Now, I've noticed a couple other quirks or bugs with them. When I'm in a meeting for work, I've had a few times now where I'm in the meeting, I'm hearing the meeting, it's playing in both of my hearing aids, and all of a sudden one of the hearing aids will just cut out and stop playing the sound. I'm like, well, wait a minute, this one's not working anymore. And I'll take this one out to see if I'm getting any sound out of this one. Not. Put that one back in, go into the phone, check the settings of the phone. It says the hearing aid is there. It says it's charged. It says it's connected, but I'm not getting any sound at all out of it. So I don't know if there's some kind of bug in the software, or if I happen to have one of these is bad, and sometimes it just disconnects. I'm not sure. I know there's different types of Bluetooth technology as well. So these are supposed to have some advanced Bluetooth technology to them. So if I were to go to like an airport that has the advanced Bluetooth, I could subscribe to an airport gate's Bluetooth that's specific to that gate and hear all of the gate announcements over these. And I forget what that Bluetooth technology is called, but I don't know what's going wrong when I'm in a meeting and they just automatically disconnect. All in all, after 7 days. Now, and I'll preface this as well as saying, I'm not giving up after today. So I'm going to keep using these. I'm going to keep wearing these. My appointment isn't yet for a couple of more weeks. So I go back in a couple of weeks. So I'll have several weeks of use of these before I go back. And when I go back, I have an option of returning them. If I don't think that they are working for me, if I don't see the value in having these, then I am going to return them. If I had to make a decision today, I probably would return them. Although, like I say, I'm going to continue to work with them, continue to try to tweak them as best as I can, discover if there's anything that I haven't uncovered in the options or the menus or things that I can do to adjust them. I will do that as well. But overall, they just haven't helped enough for me to see the benefit in purchasing them. So that's where I'm at today. I did include it in this as a vlog. So not only am I just doing vloggy stuff, and this is a personal vloggy thing, but because these have AI in them and are powered partially by AI, I wanted to include them as well. And I'm thinking that everyday AI is going to become the tagline of the channel. I haven't really decided yet, but that seems to be a good tagline, and this would be a perfect example of everyday AI where it's built into the things, and we're using it now in our everyday lives. All right, I think that's it for today. Vlog number 23. I will see you tomorrow.